Hey guys, happy Sunday. It's Sunday with the Sullivans.
Woo woo! Yay! We made it to another Sunday.
We made it to another Sunday. Happy Easter. It's Easter. And we hope that you guys have had a nice Easter. We've had a nice Easter.
We have had a nice Easter.
Quiet Easter. It's
Where
been
were
quiet.
you? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, we're getting a weird note up. Can you click off that? We're getting
It went away.
Okay, it went away. We had a pop-up from Facebook. It was kind of weird. Anyway, it has been a quiet Easter. We haven't been running around. Normally, we run around all over
The
state, seeing family. And so we missed that this year. But we fixed a big meal. You smoked a brisket.
And a turkey.
And you smoked a turkey breast, and that was really good. And I made a couple
Brisket
of sides.
for breakfast, turkey for dinner.
And I made Easter candies. You guys, I have to share those recipes with you. It's so easy doing those. I did, if you have the Carol recipe is online, and I have to tell you how to do the chocolate. The chocolate was so good. I ordered 50 pounds of chocolate.
We've been in isolation way too long.
And I used about,
Half a pound.
6 or 7 pounds making candies. And that was like a really fun thing to do. I made turtles, I made the peanut butter cups, I made caramel candies, and I made the, what?
You just hit me.
You didn't like the candies?
No, I'm saying like 1 or 2 pounds at most.
Oh my gosh, she has no idea. Like my entire kitchen was chocolate covered. Like everything.
Well,
had
that's
chocolate
true.
all over it. But we made all the candies and we took it to friends, and we have a couple friends who get their candies tomorrow. But we took it to friends, and that was really fun. And I'm looking for something online, so that's what I'm doing now. But anyway, so we had a nice Easter. It was quiet. We stayed home. We actually saw church services in our pajamas this morning. Yeah.
That was the quietest part of the day.
But it was nice. We went for a walk.
The dogs barked and yanked us around.
And we saw our new little neighbor, Adeline, who is a cutie pie.
Today was Adeline's 2nd birthday.
Today was her 2nd birthday. She's a new neighbor across the street, and we just kind of waved to her and talked to her while we were out on a walk. So that was kind of fun. And we did take the pups out. Kids did not go with us. The children have been like boarders. They come downstairs and they eat the meals and they go back up. If the meals aren't ready when they expect them, they complain. I think I'm going to tell Grace next time just to write a letter. Just write a letter of complaint.
Although yesterday we did make them leave their electronics alone for 6 hours.
They had to leave.
Thought we had committed major child abuse.
And they went with us to deliver the candies. That was actually kind of fun. For 2 hours, we were all out and about.
And Jonathan did make it clear that he was with us for 2 whole hours.
Yeah, he's like, I've been with you for 2 hours. Of course, this one said to me last night, I said something to him like last night, Chloe, let's do something. And he's like, I've been with you all day. I need a break. And that's how I'm trying to find out. There's a fun little quiz I found online about how well are you handling the quarantine. And I'm trying to find it so that we can take this little quiz. I thought this would be kind of fun. Don't you think this would be, if I can find it, it could be kind of fun?
I don't know. Does it talk about toilet paper?
No, it does not actually. But it just talks about how well you're handling it. And now I don't see it. So I'm going to keep looking. But in the meantime, I had it on my phone, but we're using the phone over there.
Oh, yeah. Press the share button. You forgot. That's at the very top. So
yeah, if you guys
we've got a cheat sheet in front of us. At the very top, it says share.
I forget to say stuff. So if you haven't done so yet, if you'll share the share button, especially share in the Low Carb Journey group, that way people can find it because they have a hard time finding us. So if you'll, hey Sunny Ray's watching. Sunny Ray has been cooking. I'm so impressed with all the cooking she's been doing. Not only is Sunny Ray cooking, but Sunny Ray's been making videos like in German for her students, cooking videos.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? It's super, super cool. But anyway, yeah, if you haven't hit the share button on this video, if you'll hit the share button. Oh, Sunny Ray already did. Thank you for doing that. I'm still looking for the quiz. I also was going to tell you guys kind of what I've been up to veggie video I did. There are 2 new videos this past week out on YouTube. One is for extending the life of veggies, how to make those last a little bit longer. The other YouTube video was cooking from your pantry, and I'll be doing more kind of recipes with that, but that I hope was kind of a fun one, like using up the canned veggies. And so that brings me to tell you something that I'm working on for the next week. I am so excited to share with you guys. I stole this idea from Epicurious, but they have one called Cook With Me. We're gonna do keto with me. And what happened was last Friday morning, I just randomly did this Facebook Live, and people seem to enjoy it because it's been kind of lonely. And so this is I'm calling it Keto With Me. And he's scowling. Like, what is this look? He doesn't know what it is. But we've been home and we've been by ourselves. And so it's kind of a loose meal plan recipe, but the whole idea is to give you ideas for using up things that you have in your house. I don't want you going out to the store. We're supposed to be staying inside, but it's giving you ideas for using up what's in your freezer, your pantry. And it's called Keto With Me. And so it's really meal plans that you don't have to follow. It's a loosey-goosey thing that has structure, that lets you do your own thing, but lets us cook together. Is it making sense?
It's loosey-goosey that's structured.
It's not making sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, we're going to do 10 days together. Okay, we're going to do 10 days of keto with me, and it's only dinner. But so one night we'll have they're laughing. One night we'll have a sheet pan night. Okay, and so I'll give you kind of a recipe for doing a sheet pan meal. And you can use sausages, you can use hot dogs, you can use chicken thighs, chicken legs. We'll talk about the different vegetables you can use and what vegetables are good paired together. But we're all going to do a sheet pan meal. Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not loosey-goosey, it's a sheet pan.
Yes, and so you're cooking with me, but you're using what you have and what your family likes and enjoys. And then let's say another night we're going to do a cook with me, and that cook with me would be a stir-fry night. And we can even use canned meat if we have to for our stir-fry night. And we're going to use the veggies we have on hand. We're going to use the seasonings. I'm going to give you ideas for that. I've got recipes waiting for you. And again, these are recipes that say, hey, if you have this, use this and this and this. In fact, I was testing one of them. Remember, I was using canned chicken, and I made a chicken salad. Yeah, and what do you think about that Asian chicken salad?
I recommended that you add some more punch to it. Maybe some more sesame seed oil, maybe a little peanut butter, although I put too much peanut butter in what I ate.
Oh, did you put? Yeah, he was even doctoring it. But it was good, and it was very, very basic. And so anyway, so that was kind of the fun thing to do. I cannot find this. That was kind of a fun thing to do. So anyway, so stay with me. I'll be putting something out on my website, Cooking Keto with Kristie, and in the group Low Carb Journey about that. And it'll be 10 days of getting through this stay at home together. And the reason we're at the table, David actually was going to set the computer up over there. We're at the table because I'm wearing pajama pants. And I'm not wearing pajama pants at 8 p.m. because the kids decided they were going to entertain us tonight. We were all going to do yoga together.
Ouch. A basic yoga class would have been okay.
I think they were trying to kill us.
Yeah, there's no question about it. There's no question about it. She was trying to hurt us at least.
So we were outside, and so we get down on the floor. We're outside on the porch, right? And we're out there, and the kids are leading us through yoga. And Winston and Banjo are out there. So Winston has my wrist in his mouth. He's biting me. We're down like on all fours, and Banjo's crawling between my legs
and nipping at my nose,
and they're running back and forth. It was nuts. But anyway, we had a good laugh. I was like, somebody get me the Aleve. But we decided that we're going to do yoga. In fact, I think I'm leading the 10 o'clock tomorrow. So we're doing yoga tomorrow at 10 a.m. That will not be a Facebook Live. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, my favorite part of it was Grace videotaping us as we tried to stand up.
Yes, I'm sure that's on. Like,
I bet it's on Instagram and Facebook
TikTok or something.
Don't look for it.
Yeah, don't
Not
look
worth
for
looking at.
Bless our hearts. Bless our hearts. I cannot find this stinking.
I'd give up on it.
You think I should give up?
I think you should give up on it.
Let me do a really quick search. But anyway,
you need to talk about Chivo class.
I need to talk about the Chivo class. So I have this, so much going on, guys. I have this new toy. I have this digi thing that we put our camera on, Osmo. And you
it's
have
over
an
there.
app,
We were
and
looking at it.
the camera will follow my hands or my face, whatever I tell it to. So I'm going to be playing with that. I may try that for part of the Chivo class, but the cooking class is coming up. Registration will open. I've got to email these people. I keep saying that. We'll have it open probably Tuesday or Wednesday. The class is next Saturday, the 18th at noon. At noon o'clock. At noon Eastern Standard Time, EST.
Is that a Saturday?
It's a Saturday, April 18th, Saturday. You make sure you're with me. But anyway, so that, and right now what people voted for was to do the bread. So we're going to make that bread and butters. We'll have to do butters because we'll make the bread, the baguettes, and we'll put them in the oven. And then we'll have a little bit of time to work on the bread. So that's coming out. I may do some more random Facebook Lives. People really enjoyed that last Friday morning. I was just like in like a raggedy t-shirt and shorts. And
I saw it from upstairs.
And David was watching me upstairs. He was working. I also had been working on
Monica, don't say anything.
I have a new thing coming up on with Diet Doctor that I'm going to be doing, talking about video. So I've been last week with Diet Doctor. I worked on the ice cream collection. I gave them 3 ice cream recipes. So watch for Diet Doctor. We're going to see an ice cream collection coming out soon, and that'll have I think 4 of my recipes in it, and a couple others. So you'll enjoy that. I'm also working on for DD a substitutions page. You know, if you've gone to like the fridge and you're going to make a recipe and you open it up and all of a sudden you're looking at the recipe and you don't have whatever it calls for, you don't have cauliflower or you don't have broccoli. So there's a whole page on substitutions, or maybe you don't eat pork. And so I'm working on a page of substitutions to tell you what to use. So if it calls for pork, you don't eat pork. When do you know that you can use chicken or beef? Like, how can you tell what you can use? So that's been a lot of fun working on the substitutions page. So that'll be coming up in the next couple weeks. If you missed it, the coffee recipe came out on Diet Doctor, the Doggone Coffee. People are enjoying that.
Did you do a YouTube video on that?
On my channel, okay. I did a YouTube video. And then I'm doing featured articles. So every Wednesday or Thursday, I have an article come out on Diet Doctor. So look for those. I wrote one about puzzle pieces this last time that you guys may enjoy. It was about me giving up on a puzzle at Christmas because no one would help me. But it really applies to low carb or keto, so I think you guys will enjoy that. But the new thing I'm doing for Diet Doctor that's coming up is called DD Insights. INSIGHTS. And I'll be doing YouTube videos for Diet Doctor. They'll come out, I think, every Tuesday. The first one will come out either April 21st or 28th. It just depends on how quickly. But I have little hints and tips for low carb and keto living. And the reason it's called Diet Doctor Insights is to give you insights for things that hopefully will make life easier for you doing low carb or high fat. So I'm excited about that.
Can we go back and talk about the ice cream?
Get back to the ice cream.
So you said there are 3 kinds. So what are the 3 flavors?
Well, I already have on the Diet Doctor website, I already have the peppermint mocha. It's out there, the chocolate peppermint mocha. Yeah,
Not my
thinks
favorite.
It's too chocolatey. The new mason jar ice cream that Grace and I worked so hard to make. The mason jar.
I haven't tried that really.
You don't have to have the ice cream maker. My dairy-free vanilla that Grace really likes. It's delicious. The dairy-free vanilla. And a cookie dough. The cookie dough.
Now there you go. When do I get to try that one?
You've tried it.
Are you sure?
You tried it. But you know what I want to try? Part of the recipe collections, it includes recipes from different recipe developers. And so there's one that Jill made. You know, we love Jill's recipes. Yeah. Jill's cheese crusted omelet. We had that this morning.
That was good.
But Jill and then Anne. Anne is another lady in Stockholm, Sweden, who does recipes for Diet Doctor. And both of their recipes call for whipping the egg whites. They use egg whites and yolks. And I just put yolks in my ice cream recipes. They use egg whites and yolks, and they whip the cream. So they whip the whites and they whip the cream and they fold it together before they put it in the ice cream maker. So I want to try some of their recipes. Doesn't that sound yummy?
It does. It sounds like it might be more fluffy, more.
The texture might be really, really nice. And of course, the sweetener, a lot of it depends on the sweetener. So I tend to use allulose or xylitol when I'm making ice cream at home because erythritol makes it just hard as a rock. But there's a lemon flavor ice cream on the Diet Doctor page. There's a blueberry. I think it's low carb, not keto. And there's just a vanilla that Jill did. That you use the little whip. So I want to try that.
Yeah,
doesn't that sound good?
So is the cookie dough, is that vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream?
It's vanilla ice cream. The base is vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
You thought about a chocolate one?
Well, I have a chocolate ice cream recipe
with cookie dough?
No. Oh, you're saying do a chocolate base with cookie dough.
Work on that tomorrow, okay?
You work on that tomorrow.
I'm busy.
I've made this man 4 different candies over the past 2 days. What was your favorite? I made chocolate turtles, which I need to tell you about those. They're so yummy. I made the chocolate turtles with caramel, pecan, and chocolate. I made a strawberry one, a strawberry cream. I made a caramel, and then I made the peanut butter cup.
The cherry caramel?
Oh, it's terrible. My family's so mean to me. I was making the caramel, and instead of grabbing the maple extract, I grabbed the cherry extract. So I put vanilla extract, and then I put some cherry extract, and
the caramel was a little different.
It tastes a little different with the cherry, I'll be honest. And Grace is like, Mom, what did you do to this? And I was like, So
but if you can get her to share with you the turtle recipe, it is simple if you've got the caramel made. It's so good.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah, those were really good, and they're really, really easy. Mm-hmm. And what I did, just to give you guys a tip, what I did was I'd ordered the 50 pounds of chocolate. You don't have to order that much. But I had the chocolate, the little mini chips are so delicious. And I melted it with, instead of coconut oil, I used cocoa butter. And so what happens, it makes it more of less of a dark chocolate. So you put the cocoa butter, you put the chocolate in, you melt it together. I put a little more sweetener because I used so much cocoa butter. I think I was using 1.5 ounces, I was weighing everything, 1.5 ounces of cocoa butter to about 6.5 ounces of chocolate. And so I'd melt it together, and I put a little bit more sweetener, a little bit more vanilla, and keep stirring that until it was really melted. And basically what I did was I first melted the cocoa butter, because it melts. It takes a little higher temperature to melt cocoa butter. And once the cocoa butter was all melted, I would kind of sprinkle in the chocolate chips and keep stirring and turn it off the heat. I'd actually take it off the heat because the chips will burn. And I'm looking at some of the comments. But anyway, I took it off the heat, and then I would just stir it, and you just keep stirring, and eventually all of the chocolate will melt. And what I learned with making the turtles is it's the chocolate that holds everything together. So the caramel, if you use my caramel sauce recipe, that's what I used. And I cooked it a little longer than usual to make it really nice and sticky. But you need to put down pecans, and I used a little mini muffin tin, and I used the mini muffin tin liners. I ran out of the parchment paper liners and had to use Christmas liners for Easter. But you put the liner in, put a few little pieces of pecan, and I chop pecans and pecans. And I put a little bit of chocolate, because like I said, the chocolate will harden. And in fact, with the cocoa butter, it actually gets hard at room temperature.
And folks are asking about what brand of cocoa butter, what brand of chocolate chips.
I'll post links. So the cocoa butter, I look on Amazon, and I do a food grade cocoa butter, and you can get the bag. I ordered more that actually came today because I was using so much of the cocoa butter. But it's in where I keep the ice up here. It's in that cabinet. David's gonna grab it. But the chocolate chips, I ordered wholesale from a company in Colorado, and I can tell you about that. But the Wholesome Provisions company, you can order from them. The chocolate chips don't have inulin, but these don't have inulin either. So that's what I ordered last time on Amazon, and that's the cocoa butter. Actually, I was using something else. This has the little wafers. I was using the big chunks, so I had to weigh those, but this was a different one I just got. But anyway, So what you do is, I was using 1.5 ounces of cocoa butter with about 6.5 ounces of chocolate, melting it together, melting the cocoa butter first, putting the chocolate chips in. So then you take the pecans, put down like a little nest of pecans, and if you have pecan chips, I think that's fine. They don't have to be whole pecans. Put a little bit of maybe just a teaspoon or half teaspoon of the melted chocolate. Then put a little dollop of caramel on top of the chocolate. And then go back, because I was doing it like an assembly line, in fact. I had put the pecans down. I'd do a little drizzle of chocolate. David would come behind me and dump a little piece of caramel again, like half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon. Yeah, doesn't take much. It's so rich. But he would put that in there, and then I'd go behind him and put the drizzle of chocolate over top of that, and then just let it cool at room temperature. Do you want to grab some and show them, the turtles?
I don't know where.
They're in the fridge.
I'll see if I can find them.
They're in the fridge.
45 of these.
Oh, the man exaggerates. These are the chocolate chips. We have put some in these containers, but they're tiny, and I like that because when you're baking, if you're going to put them like in muffins or cookies or whatever, I think the mini chips are really ideal. But anyway, and he's grabbing, so the candies. These are the ones we didn't give away, so they're kind of like rejects. But here was a little Easter one that I did. And these, Grace made so pretty. They're peanut butter ones. All of these in here, I think, are peanut butter ones. This is peanut butter. And I just made them in the mini muffin tin. And I'm telling you, they are so way better than the Lily's peanut butter cups. Oh my gosh. These are more of the Reese's peanut butter cups. I have like so many more of these than I thought I did. David's still digging. I also got like tired of doing chocolate covered. So I took the peanut butter filling from my Reese's cup recipe and I just rolled it in mini chocolate chips. I'll show you. I rolled it in mini chocolate chips so they look like little truffles. So the recipe for the turtles, I just talked about it. It's not out anywhere. I could put it out. These were a mess. Are all the turtles gone?
I don't know. I can't. That's what I found.
The turtles may be gone. And these were a mess. They didn't come out quite right. But these were the strawberry creams that were so good. Oh, and this is a caramel one. I did a little drizzle on the caramel so I know the difference. You couldn't find the turtles?
No, ma'am.
I have to make more.
They could be in the other refrigerator.
They could be. They may be packaged up. I had to package things up for friends because so they didn't get gone. I think all these are peanut butter. I know these are peanut butter. You forgot I made those. And then these are the strawberry cream. So which is your favorite?
Probably the peanut butter cups.
Really?
No,
I was going to say the turtles.
Well, the turtles were really good too. And they were easy to make. The turtles were probably the easiest thing to make because of the way the chocolate kind of bound everything together.
Yeah,
that was neat to watch.
And that was fun. I had fun like taking the stuff, delivering it to people, like playing Easter Bunny, and delivering it was kind of fun because people were excited to see them. And and that was fun, like seeing friends and delivering those was kind of neat. So I'm not seeing this little. I'm so disappointed. I wanted us to take this quiz. Hang on, maybe it's here.
Let's probably get it.
Here it is. Aren't you glad I found it? Okay, because we're so different. And this is why I thought we could do this quiz together. This would be fun. The turtles. Carrie got some. And she said the turtles were her favorite. I was wondering what the favorites were.
But okay. Carrie's husband said the peanut butter cups were best.
Oh, her husband liked the peanut butter cups and she liked the turtles. Mm-hmm. All right, there you go. Okay, how well are you really coping with the lockdown?
And it's kind of funny because the image asking that question had someone practicing yoga. And she looked so much more peaceful than we looked out there. I bet that was
kids were like, I'm like, Grace, this is not yoga, this is Twister. Like, I don't know, this is Twister. Okay, so it's day 14 of isolation. Actually, it's day 21 for us. But it's day 14 of isolation. Are you planning a party with friends, a virtual party with friends to help ease self-isolation for everyone? Are you B, relishing the fact that you don't have to get out of your PJs? Are you C, learning a foreign language? Or are you D, researching how garlic can help prevent coronavirus? Which one are you? planning a virtual party with friends, relishing the fact you don't have to get out
I
of
guess
your
of those 4 choices, I'll relish the fact that I don't have to get out of my PJs.
That's what I would have chosen for you. I was like, he's definitely a B.
But I do go from my nighttime pajamas to my daytime pajamas sometimes.
I am A. I'm definitely A. Planning the virtual party with friends to help ease life. Because that's why I did the Facebook Live on Friday, right? Because I see people are struggling. Okay, so I'm A, you're a B. Number 2, while speaking to your friends via video link, do you A, ensure you put on your makeup and glad rags before the call? You have to remain upbeat. Do you B, sit on the call without video on as you haven't been dressed for days? C, show them the patchwork quilt you've just crafted? Or D, tell them coronavirus is a biological weapon conjured up in a Wuhan lab?
Well, I guess the only time I've really taken a shower is right before I go on a video call, so I guess I'm A, ensure my makeup is right.
I would have said he was B. I'm definitely an A. Jen's saying she's A. She's a party. So I'm an A. So A and A, that time we're the same one. Okay, a friend messages you in a panic, worried all about the uncertainty. Do you A, reassure them that everything will be okay, calm them down? Do you B, not look at your phone? This is your time to relax and embrace the quiet. C, think of ideas to keep your mind off things. Suggest a virtual book club. Or D, tell them you think the virus was engineered to make money. Which one are you? Like none of the above. You're probably going to ignore your phone.
Really? You're in a panic over this?
You're going to ignore your phone, aren't you?
Probably.
He's going to be...
I ignore my phone anyway, so...
He does ignore his phone. Yeah, just not even get into that. I'm an A. I'm definitely an A. I'm going to try to reassure them, calm them down. Everything's okay. So I've
Are
been
you sure you're not a book club?
Might be a book club. I mean, I would be.
Yeah, you'd be trying to distract them.
All right, number 4. You've been watching the news all day for the past 2 weeks. Well, here's a mistake. You've been watching the news every day for the past 2 weeks. Are you A, struggling when you normally feel anxious, you like to keep busy? B, finding it easy to put things in perspective? C, planning on how to get to the news with your next world record? You've just seen the world's largest jigsaw puzzle was completed in Vietnam in 2011, and now is your chance to beat it? Or D, correct the journalist about all the COVID-19 developments and mock the expert advice? So number 4, you've been watching it all week. What are you going to do? Are you going to are you struggling? Are you going to find it easy to put it in perspective? Or are you planning how to get into the world record with your puzzle?
I guess I'm going to find a way to put it into perspective.
So you're B.
I guess I'm a B, because the thing I've enjoyed the most is watching the numbers as they rise and the percentages of this and that and the other thing. So maybe a B.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be an A. If I've been watching the news all day for 2 weeks, I'm A. I'm going to be struggling. I might be C, because the world
I might be in a loony bin.
It's pretty good. Okay, so here we go. If you're mostly A's, I think that was mostly A.
I think you are. The crisis queen.
The crisis queen. I am the crisis queen.
Oh, and look at that. Get me.
Hang on. You're a true, if you're the crisis queen, if you have mostly A's, if you guys are doing this with us, you're a true extrovert. You're outgoing, you're socially confident, and you get your energy from involvement in events and different activities with friends. You're the person who people rely on in times of crisis. While at the start of the lockdown, you may have had a positive, upbeat look. As time goes on, you may feel like your energy is starting to become depleted as others turn to you for advice. Be sure to look out for yourself as much as you do others. Too many stress responses can leave the body devoid of energy. Okay, so I'm mostly A, I think. You are mostly B's.
Which seems to,
the true introvert.
That's me.
If you're mostly B's, you're the true introvert. You're relishing the quiet that this pandemic is bringing as you get energy from the ideas and reactions which are inside of your head and in your inner world. This time is allowing you to reflect and take stock, and you feel comfortable being alone. He would prefer to be alone. Kristie, why are you still talking to me? If you were C, and some of you I think are probably C's, the hobby fanatic. This is kind of a gray C thing.
Well, that's true.
You love nothing more than a good routine and to be kept busy. Developing a hobby is a good way to keep our anxiety at bay. It also provides us with a sense of self-control at a time when we feel like we have no real control over our lives. And I've seen that too. I've noticed friends on Facebook especially doing all kinds of projects and things, and I think that's worthwhile. D, I don't know. Maybe that's a Jonathan thing. You're a conspiracy theorist and you're an armchair expert. You love nothing more than trying to think of the reasons for why COVID-19 has come now. It must be an elaborate plot, as a virus alone can't bring the whole world to a standstill. And it goes on to say, be conscious, though, of how this could add to yours and other people's anxiety by thinking that it's a conspiracy. And they also say, if you're feeling lonely, chat to a neighbor over the fence.
We don't have a fence.
We don't have a fence. Anyway, it says that something, I'm trying to scroll on the screen and it's not a touch screen. Basically, it's saying that the one thing that all the mental health experts agree is the importance of friendships in time of crisis. Aww. And I really wanted to reiterate, that's why my large group is there, Low Carb Journey to Health, Cooking Keto with Kristie. If you're not a part of that group, that's one of the reasons we're there. And you know, it's not just to be there to celebrate when people are doing great and losing weight. The group is there to provide support. And so sometimes I think what happens is people who, like, when they're struggling, they kind of just turn inward and they're not coming in, they're not connecting, they're feeling bad maybe about who they are. And what I'd love to tell you is, you know, I know it's virtual, I know it's online, but reach out, because that is an amazing group of people who, and we're all going through the same thing. You know, all of us have this huge uncertainty about what's happening in our world and what it's going to look like. I mean, we've been having some conversations about what does it look like when we all go back to work and school. We don't know. When can we go? You know, I'm looking at David when we went for our walk. I'm like, do you think the kids are going to be able to do anything this summer? Do you think Grace will still be at home? Do you think that they'll be at summer camps? You know, what do you think is a very real possibility? Can we plan a vacation or not? And none of us know about that. And we're all in that same situation. Some of you are essential workers. You're out on the front lines, and God bless you for that. We just pray that you stay safe, and we thank you for all you do to keep things running. We're non-essential. We're okay with that, with being non-essential. We're at home just trying to do our part by staying at home and staying out of the way. But rely on us. Go into the big group. We're here. This is one of the reasons we do the Facebook Lives. This is when I did the random Facebook Live on Friday morning. I just said, I'm cooking. I wish I had somebody in the kitchen to cook with me. And I thought, I've got 200,000 people who might want to come and cook with me. And so people came and hung out, and it wasn't perfect. But I was making the filling for the peanut butter cups and making the caramel sauce. And it was fun to know that I had people with me. So come into the group and come cook with me. I was talking a little bit earlier about the Keto with Me project that I'll be doing. 10 full days. We don't have to make the same thing. In fact, that's what I'm so excited about. I'm so excited that, like, on sheet pan day, my sheet pan may look different from your sheet pan. I might get new recipes from you guys, because I'm making suggestions about what to use in terms of meats and veggies and seasonings. The same thing when we do the stir fry, we'll do casseroles. We're going to do cheese crusted omelet night. You know, we're going to do all these cook with me kinds of things. I think will be a lot of fun, where we'll get new recipes and ideas from each other, and we're going to just share this because we're all going through it together. What, your introvert's like, what?
It's not that hard. I go to my office, I work, come down, get a glass of unsweet tea, go back.
Yeah. Oh, and if you didn't get the recipe for the spiced tea, man, Grace and I are enjoying the spiced tea. David makes his pot a plain, and we put a cinnamon stick and 4 cloves in with our iced tea, and it is delicious. That's what I have in here now. So if you haven't gotten that, I'm not sure if I just maybe put it in the group. I'm not sure if I put it on the website. If I haven't, I need to do that, because it's absolutely delicious. Anyway, we didn't do a recipe tonight because, quite frankly, between all the chocolates and cooking for Easter, I am cooked out. But we'll do a recipe next week. I hope to see some of you Saturday for the cooking class. I think that will be a ton of fun. And what do you think next Sunday? Should we make mayonnaise?
I don't know.
He always wants to make a dessert. He wants to make, like, chocolate sauce or...
What about, let's go back and talk about the ice cream.
The ice cream. We talked about ice cream. Nobody wants to talk about ice cream.
Somebody does.
We'll talk about ice cream. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. We just kind of rambled on. Thanks for taking the quiz with us. Let us know if you were an A, a B, a C, or a D. And we'll talk about ice cream. I don't have enough eggs to make ice cream. Anyway, I hope that you guys stay safe. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. And please, come hang out with us if you're feeling a little lonely or a little isolated.
Happy Easter, y'all.
Happy Easter. laughed if it.
I'm trying.